Alright, family, this is why I didn't get on y'all about I was about to do it. I was about to kind of mess up. But let's keep this thing cool. Well, let's talk about these scumbags, man. Let's talk about the mindset of these people. Let's talk about something that's going on and they're doing to a lot of targeted individuals. And this is something just like gangstalking. The term gangstalking, I was kind of aware of, but I was unaware of. And I'm getting more aware of it because it's something that I've been facing. And I'm sure a lot of y'all are facing it, not knowing y'all are facing this. And I tell you, this stuff is spiritual, y'all. It really is spiritual. Something that is being done on us is something called a humiliation ritual. I kind of pronounced it right, but I like to pronounce it better. But you get what I'm saying. So it's basically like hazing. You know what I'm saying? Like how the college kids do with hazing and stuff like that. And, they want to degrade a motherfucker. I'm sorry, I done messed it up already. They want to degrade you. So it's like hazing and just degradation. You know what I'm saying? They want to degrade you in some way. So closed groups may require tests. They might require these people tests to get in, and I'm talking about people on the other side of what they call gang stalking or community stalking, and just these cults in general, and getting involved with these cults in general. So they first of all humiliate them, and then they want them to humiliate you. It's kind of sick and crazy. Like, it's just like, but that's why they go after certain vulnerable people or people they can brainwash, people they think are stupid, you know what I'm saying, in one way or another. They think that they can, just, control these people and convince them into controlling other people through fear and other things. So they do like servitude, embarrassing stunts, verbal degradation, degrading them, frame and stuff like that, or, just, making them feel like they need to earn the belonging to the group and stuff like that. So this is closely related to what everybody call hazing, activities of humiliation, degradation, just degrading them. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that, it don't matter. But that's like what these people are forced to do, even into joining these cults. And a lot of people that's involved with gang stalking, I do believe they are, gang stalkers. Like I say, I just made a podcast talking about how they tried to, get me. You know what I'm saying? They tried to literally recruit me a couple different occasions. They made attempts. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to break it down more in depth. But I did speak on one incident, and you probably went through it too. So look out for that podcast where they definitely tried to recruit me. And they definitely come in Jesus' name. It is crazy, just to test you and see what answers you're going to come up with. But look out for that podcast, definitely. So forced confessions, criticism sessions. So they force these people to confess to certain things. And, they have criticism sessions and shame cycles. This is the rituals these people are practicing out here, man. Like, they just really programming motherfuckers with they consent, you know what I'm saying? And with leverage or fear, like I said. So they do forced confessions and stuff like that. A classic pattern to coerce groups into institutionalized confessions. You know what I'm saying? Members must reveal private thoughts, sexual history, failures, then face group criticism. This creates guilt, dependency. Only the group can cleanse, fix you, and gives leaders leverage. This is why they're being sworn to secrecy, y'all. This is why certain people, and you can tell when they are, being under these people control, because they used to respond, but now they won't respond. You know what I'm saying? To things they they know, you know what I'm saying? They won't respond. They can't, because they are under these people control. So they do things like public shaming as behavior control. Some groups use public call-outs, penance, and status being ignored, mocked, demoted, and to enforce conformity. Shame becomes a social weapon. People comply to avoid being the next target. That's why they comply with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be targeted. They get some kind of leverage over these people, and this is some of the things that happen, man. And when they get caught, man, they be making them cut their hair off and all kind of stuff. I heard about these little rituals. Like it's crazy. So collateral, blackmail, style leverage, and some high-profile allegations, recruits are pressured to provide damaging personal material, secrets, explicit photos, accusations, financial info as insurance for loyalty. Then fear of exposure becomes the punishment. This dynamic was widely reported to, these people are sick, man. So it's crazy. So the things people are put through, because not only, like I said, they do this to them, and then they make them do it to other people. They make them target other people, and if they don't do what they're said, then this stuff can be used against them, man. And they will end up becoming a targeted individual. I'm about to release another targeted individual, one of them gangstalkers. He was recruited to do it, and then he ain't like it, and he stopped complying, and they started basically gang stalking him. I'm gonna share his testimonial or whatever, and what he say they going through. But they do the stuff like this: deprivation, sleep, food, isolation, and surveillance. Of course they do. So 24/7 you gonna be surveilled. Even them, I've been telling y'all, like if they didn't know, but I'm pretty sure they made them aware. You're going to be under complete surveillance. Not only is the target going to be under surveillance, and I told y'all it's the only way they can do it. You know what I'm saying? They gotta hack y'all. They gotta monitor y'all. That's what I be looking like, man. It's crazy. How could they convince somebody to do this to themselves? You know what I'm saying? To be a part of something this sick. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't tell you all of this, and then, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's crazy. All right, so body control and ownership signals. You see the dude be commenting on my joint talking about, I own, no, that's his name. His name is Chief Something Owns You. These people are supremacists. They believe that they own people. They are making slave. This is true slavery right here. And is this not slavery? It's a different form of slavery, but it's because they getting them to consent. First of all, I ain't consent to shit. I told these motherfuckers, like, straight to... I'm sorry, I tried to keep this calm. I ain't consent to nothing at all. Sorry, laughing, y'all. I just kind of went off track. I'm trying to keep this clean. You know what I'm saying? So it might be some cutouts and mess ups in here, whatever. It was me, trimming stuff down to keep it clean. Because, you know what I mean? I would like to promote it in a different fashion. You know what I mean? But I want y'all to really understand this stuff, man. It's crazy. So they do punishments can include fines. They get fines, donations, forced work. You got to do this. Loss of rank, privileges, or a social exclusion, often justified as spiritual growth, loyalty, or character building. Coerce, control research frames this as a broader domain system, not isolated events. Man, these people just manipulate the hell out. Why humiliation works psychologically, not mysticism. Humiliation-based systems tend to create fear of social death. Social death, exile. They're going to exile you. They're going to ridicule you. They're going to expose you. You know what I'm saying? Trigger trauma bonding, harm, relief, gratitude, loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And they do a lot of this. They try to invoke the fight or flight response in your body. They mess with your cortisol. You know what I'm saying? And they do different things to influence your cortisol to promote that fight or flight response. So that's what modes you, and you're afraid. And when you're in that mode, it's not necessarily got to be fear, but your body feel it don't know nothing else but fight or flight, son. So that is what they put us both in. The targeted individuals and the people gang stalking. That's not at the top of it. But I'm pretty sure they in the fight or flight response too. You can't do stuff like this and not be in that response. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, misery loves company. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Reality check on social societies. Secret societies is a huge bucket. Many are basically private clubs. The documented abuse usually looks like a movie-style occult torture and more like hazing, coerced control inside a close header. We ain't gonna do it. Not this morning. We do it tomorrow, son. Y'all know what I'm saying. If you're asking because this might happen to you, so if y'all don't know, I'm reading this stuff, y'all. I'm reading this, of course. You know what I'm saying? Red flags, and well, not of course, because sometimes it be from the heart. Red flags include escalate and test demands for secrecy, confession logs, threats of exposure again, isolation from friends, family, sleep, food control, and punishment framed as for your growth. They frame it as this is for your growth. This is to help you. You know what I'm saying? Not punish you. This is to help you. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a little bit of what goes on into the humiliation rituals. But we gonna get into some of the we definitely gonna get into this, because we gotta get on more of the gangstalking humiliation rituals, like the straight up gangstalking humiliation rituals. So check out the next podcast. It's coming soon.